Co-main.
Let's go. I've been waiting. I've been sitting here waiting patiently, baby.
Go ahead.
I've been looking forward to this.
I was as unhappy as I expected to be.
No, they was throwing them things.
I was.
They was throwing them things.
Here's my issue.
Okay.
Oh, there's a multitude of them, but the main one, the fight. There's no point. There was no point to it.
Oh no, we figured out a point.
Issue number one. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so typically,
So I got to answer for that.
Count the
But
issues.
so typically, if there's a fight that's just like that we're watching and we're like, dude, this, whether it's boring, whether it's ugly, whatever it is, there's at least like a next thing where we're like, okay, you can match him up with.
I got something.
You can match.
Yeah,
him
because
up
he
with
goes on
so-and-so.
tyrants. He goes on tyrants.
So I'm like, you can match.
Right.
You can match him up with somebody, but this fight, like, okay, Robert Guerrero wins. Who do you want to see him with?
No.
Any of the three of you. Tell me who you would like to see him fight.
Manny Pacquiao, farewell fight in the Philippines.
Yeah, my man got that.
Only if he's going to keep fighting.
But I don't even wanna see
Only if he's
that.
going to keep fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
Like the fight was
And
it was ugly. It was boring.
I don't either, but
love
only,
Robert Guerrero,
only if he's going to
especially
keep
when he
fighting.
was at 130,
And
135.
those guys are great fighters. They were great fighters. Victor Ortiz, you did a great job in Expendables 3. But like, I didn't want to see Victor Ortiz fight, and I didn't want to see Robert Guerrero fight. So I damn sure didn't want to see them fight each other.
You're not mocking him, right? Because he did it. He did his thing.
No, he was good. Yeah,
Okay.
no, he was good.
We agreed on that way back in the day.
No, but
because you brought it back like
but there was just no point. Like the fight happened. Like I don't care to see any of them in the ring again.
Yeah.
And the fight wasn't very fun to watch. It was.
They was throwing them things.
Were they?
Yes.
Were we watching
And
the same
go.
fight? Go ahead. Yeah, defend that.
Go. And you better have something or
Yeah.
you off the next episode.
Ooh. Shout out to Dr. Drains.
Hey man, chill out. Hey, they was throwing them things.
There wasn't
No, they
throwing
really
them
weren't
things.
though. If those things you mean headbutts and holding and elbows,
Hey man, the guys are kind of past their prime.
kind of past their prime.
My man. I got it one better.
Right.
My man, Mr. Watson, just gave him a fight. You know, just put some money in your pocket, man. It's a pandemic.
So that's the justification.
I don't.
My man, it's a pandemic.
Which is
best you
true.
got.
Which is true, but it's
We'll evaluate after the show. We'll
Yeah.
The
evaluate.
OGs can't get paid.
Exactly.
I'm
You never go back to hood.
Oh no, because I wasn't at your house. What was the atmosphere like in your house?
We all was talking.
yeah. Nobody
paid attention.
Because I mean, all right. So here's my thing.
It's an empty page.
Hey, my man licked the finger.
It really is an empty page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I clocked out after 7. Again, no disrespect. I love both those guys and
In
who
their
they
primes?
are and were.
Absolutely.
But they're not who they were.
No.
And they should not have been the co-main.
No.
10 years
I did-
ago, this is a great fight.
I did a video.
Absolutely.
I had to do a video with Keith, like to get some energy back
Yeah,
because like we're about to go into the main event,
Yeah.
and we were.
It sucked the energy out the room.
Yeah.
And I think even with the fans, I think a lot of fans left, went to get some nachos
Yeah.
with the P.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it was.
So the fight was necessary. Give your time a chance to.
Yeah.
Call it a piss break.
Yeah, it was an it was a nice
not
little.
nice,
It was a
Shawn.
nice intermission.
Oh, it's not.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was a nice
I'm
intermission.
kidding. Okay.
But again,
Dang, y'all call my man fight a pit. That's crazy.
But to be honest, I don't think I don't.
All right. Fight now.
Right.
This is me saying this, but I don't think criticizing the fight yesterday is disrespectful to their legacies.
No,
In my opinion.
No.
Because like Victor Ortiz, explosive fighter in his day, Robert Guerrero, extremely accomplished fighter in his day. So like, you got that. Like
Yeah.
you have that already. We can't take that away.
Right.
I just don't want to see you
Yeah.
today.
What I thought about while they were in the ring was like, hey, some of these old heads are coming back to the ring.
Yeah.
They're doing the YouTube thing now, all this and that. Like everybody's screaming, fight a real fighter if you're gonna box. But that's kind of
what
what
would
you're
happen.
gonna get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And it was 10 rounds. Like if that was a 6-round fight, maybe they could have let their hands go a little bit.
Yeah.
but-
My man got a nerve to call somebody an old head. You 1 year younger than one of the fighters.
yeah.
I think you forget sometimes.
And then even to the
Old
extent of
heads.
like Victor Ortiz.
No, not them. But the old heads like Roy and Tyson.
And
them old heads.
And they've
man.
also fought like Guerrero was pro 20 years and Victor 17.
Yeah.
But also to Victor's point, in he was doing media during the week and he's saying, yeah, the media retired me. And I was like, no, dude, like you retired you.
I didn't
Like,
retire you, bro. I promise.
Yeah, like nobody was like, there was no conspiracy like, yeah, let's just say Victor Ortiz retired. Like the performances slipped. it was what it was.
Right.
Like, and that was it.
He had opportunities outside of boxing that he took up
and
on.
I think he could act. I really think.
Shout out to the tweet. Shout out to the tweet of the night. I'll stop both of these guys. Andre Berto.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he said he was.
Andre Berto.
Andre Berto said he was.
Who you was thinking?
I was thinking Anthony Darrell. When you said Andre,
and he would stop.
I don't know. Shout out, dog. What's up with it?
But I thought. Well, I mean, just to get what I thought.
Put some action on it.
Yeah.
No, I thought that from what I was watching, I watched a good amount of the fight there in the arena. I thought.
Bless you.
Thank you. And by the way, it didn't sound. I think what you're just trying to say, these guys were really good in their prime, and I don't really like watching them when they're not the fighters they once were. So that's simple.
That goes for any sport,
right? And I hate. It's one of my least favorite things in boxing is seeing guys I watched get old.
Yeah,
I just hate it. But I thought that the decision could have went to Victor, and that it was. Just because they were fighting Victor's fight, and Robert didn't do anything with his jab after a round or two. And, I hate to be that cliche boxing guy on the couch, but it did look like Robert could have made the fight easier on himself with his jab. Didn't do that, and it was allowed to be Victor's fight because of it. Maybe Victor could have edged it out. And to give Victor credit, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he folded up once Robert started hitting him in the mouth consistently. Mm-hmm. Robert did do that, and he didn't fold. He didn't fold at all, and he gave it his all. I just want to give him credit for that because that's something that a lot of us questioned about him heading into fights. So he came to fight. He gave his best. Robert, I wish he would have used his jab a little bit more, and it was what it was. And
I asked Keith. I said, "Yo, do you consider that lazy fighting?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, like, both guys are fighting on the inside. Seems like somebody should take it to the outside. It seems like both guys. I said, you have to work a little harder from the outside. On the inside, you can kind of lay on the guy. And it's like you make these, what my dad calls silent agreements. We're going to go tit for tat, punch for punch. We'll exchange, and we won't move around and do too much. And I said, do you think that's lazy boxing? He looked at me. He said, dude, Robert Guerrero beat Andre Berto fighting just like this. I said, for real? He said, I couldn't believe that he beat Andre Berto, but he did it fighting like this. This is something that he can do. He said, I really wouldn't say it's lazy boxing. I just think that this is what Guerrero has decided to do tonight. And I was like, okay, it made for a boring fight, but I'm going to keep it real. Once Keith said that, my mind kind of turned on to that, and I saw the fight more so going Guerrero's way. And that's a lot of times what happens with judges. When you see what you expect from the fighter, you're looking at that fighter like he's winning. Yeah. So when you say, man, it was a close fight, could have went either way. They both fought on the inside. They both fought the same fight, so on and so forth. Who's judging and what do they expect? And apparently they expected what Guerrero did to be the outcome of the fight.
And hopefully he retires. Hopefully he wins and you just walk off in the sunset.
Yeah. Hey, my boy Victor Ortiz said he was going for undisputed.
Never said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
In what weight class?
In your weight class.
He never said.
Yes, in your weight class.
But like Robert Guerrero, you get a win. You get the win over Victor Ortiz. Just ride off into the sunset. Just be done with it.
Yeah. And again, no disrespect. No, you got a great family. You got a great life.
Disrespect.
And even in the boxing world, like what you're the everything that his dad has laid down for him. Yeah. I mean, like I said, like
a great overachiever.
And that goes, like I mentioned, that goes for any sport. Like if you throw on a basketball game, you don't want to see guys that were great 15 years ago that don't have it anymore. Like you just don't want to see it. But
out of love and respect for what they were.
It's just like I'm like, oh, I don't want to remember you like this. I want to remember you like the ghost.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson A. Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.